Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Today I'm doing a review of my Coach Parker bag, and I will also show you what fits inside this bag. So this is the original Parker. It comes in the refined calf leather, and I got mine in this black with the brushed gold hardware. Coach has since released this in a mini bag version, which is the same as this, but just a much smaller sort of crossbody bag. It's also released this in a convertible backpack style, which I really love, and I'd love to get one of those in the ivory white colour or the chalk white. And Coach has also recently released this with a top handle. So there's a few different versions, a few different prints and colours. So definitely worth checking out if you like this style. So let me just give you a quick overview of the bag. So you have the Coach C turn lock on the front, and this is all in brushed gold hardware. And then on the side, it looks like this. On the back, you get one slip pocket, which is lined in, I think it's a microfiber or possibly suede. And then on the bottom, it looks like this, so no feet. So then just to open with this turn lock here, and let me pull out the chains. This is a very similar style to the Chanel Classic flaps. I think it's very much inspired by that, particularly if you get this in the classic combination, which I did. So you have these quite nice sort of heavy duty chains. Again, you've got that antique brushed gold hardware with the interwoven black leather. And then the flap of this bag basically has these 4 grommets, which the chains feed through, and on each grommet you've got engraved Coach as well. So then you can also pull the chain through one side and wear this as a crossbody bag or a longer shoulder bag. So it's very versatile in that sense. I tend to wear this with a double chain like that, just as an under the arm shoulder bag. And then inside it's lined in the microfiber. Oops, apologies. And you have one slip pocket in the front. Then you basically have 2 main sections of the bag. So you've got this front compartment here, an equally sized one in the back, and you have this lovely zipped pocket down the middle, which acts as a divider in the bag. And this is lined in a fabric, but the rest is lined in that microfiber or suede. And this zip, again, brushed gold hardware, and it's got engraved Coach, New York. And then finally you have one slip pocket in the back where I think I just have the care card. So quite a lot of organization in this bag, which is really lovely. Just gives you a few options of where to put things and to compartmentalize items in your bag. So let me give my thoughts on this first. So I've had this for about 3 years now, and I really love this bag. So it's a great classic. I think it looks very chic, very sophisticated, but also has a bit of an edge to it. So it's a bit more of a modern take on a classic handbag, in my opinion. And Coach as a brand is going down that more vibrant, young and edgy vibe, I would say, compared to where they were quite a few years ago. I really love the stuff that they're coming out with at the moment, and around the time that this came out was when I really started to get back into Coach. So I went for this classic colour. I just wanted a neutral bag that I can carry around with me everywhere. It's a really nice size. Personally, I do like to carry bags that are slightly smaller than this, so I tend to carry a small crossbody bag because I don't need to take that much with me when I'm going out. So I don't reach for this as much as my other bags for that reason, but I know a lot of you like to carry larger bags and have more items, in which case this is a very good option for a small, medium-sized handbag which can fit a huge amount. And I just realised, oops, I forgot to mention this little tag that all of the Coach handbags come with, and I got a free embossing as well. I just put this mammoth on it. It's very easy to use, so to get in and out of the bag is very easy because this turn lock is quite large, and you tend to find that it's just very easy to find that spot and close the bag. And then I really like that it's got the different compartments. So it's just easy to place certain items in places, like if you like to store your phone separately, or your keys separately, and you can maybe use the zip section for coins and cash, and you don't even need to carry a purse. It's just got a lot of options there, which I love. And then also just love the quality and the make of this. So I think this with all Coach items, I think they're very well made, and all the details on their bags and SLGs are beautiful, and it feels like they pay a lot of attention to those small bits. So like I mentioned, with all the engravings here of Coach, and even I think, yeah, you have on the side of, I'm not sure if you're able to see, on the side of that turn lock, it's also got engraved Coach. So all those small details I really love. And then everything just feels high quality. So the chain is heavy duty, but it's not too heavy that it adds a huge amount of weight to the bag, but it is quite substantial. The bag itself is very light, so you know, the only thing that really adds that weight is the chain, but otherwise the bag is very light. Obviously once you put more items in it, it will get heavier, but generally this is on the lighter side for bags this size. There are no wear and tear issues that I've seen to this bag. I've worn it a fair amount. I don't have a huge number of bags in my collection, and I do like switching them out, but no issues on the leather. I think, you know, you can see some ever so slight creasing at certain points. I think you'll be able to see there, but that's something that's just inevitable with this type of leather. But other than that, I don't think there's any wear and tear, and the hardware is still perfect. I think there's a bit of give there because it is a brushed gold, so it's not like a sort of perfect shiny gold, where you'd notice scratches a lot more, but I honestly can't notice anything that is worth mentioning. No tarnishing to the hardware, so it's just held up very well. And I do find this again in general with Coach pieces, they seem to be very high quality and at a really affordable price points. Obviously these aren't cheap still, they are still sort of mid-range luxury items, but if you are wanting to spend a bit of money on a luxury good, then this is a lovely bag to go for. All right, so I'll stop rambling on about my thoughts of the bag. Let me show you what fits inside. So first I'm just going to show you actually just how much this bag can fit, because it is a lot. So firstly, I've got my iPad here. I think this is the iPad 4. So certainly not the latest model, but a standard size mini iPad 4. And that fits in perfectly, like so. Then I've got my mini pochette, and I do have this filled with my standard items, so hand cream, lipstick, hand sanitizer, concealer, and some gum. So a relatively full mini pochette. And let me just slide that in on the back in front of the iPad. So that's a back section. And then in the front, I want to show you that you can fit a full-size drinks bottle. So this is just a standard 500ml drinks bottle, and that does actually fit into the bag. It bulks it out, but not too much, and that fits in there. Then I've got my purse. This is the Louis Vuitton Rosalie coin purse I'm using at the moment. My key holder, which can go in sideways. And then finally my phone. This is just the case, as I'm recording with my iPhone 11, but that also goes in there. And then this closes up, which is amazing, because did you see how much I fit into that? Now you can see some bulges there, so if you're not a fan of that, then I would not recommend putting this much in. But just to show you that you can fit chunky items into this bag. So it's a great day option where if you need to carry an umbrella, you need to carry a drink, all of those things fit. So that's probably max capacity there. Now let me show you what I actually carry in this bag. So then the iPad as well, just put that down. I don't usually carry that with me. And mini pochette. So that's everything. So I would usually carry a mini pochette with this. Because the bag is slightly larger, I do find if I put all my smaller items just out in the back, they're a bit more difficult to find. Also, to note with this bag, actually this is one thing I don't like about the bag, is where you've got this zip partition in the middle, at the bottom it's not actually sewn down. So as you can see, things basically will roll from side to side. So if you had a lip balm or lipstick or other small items, you could put it in the back and then you realize later on it's gone through to the front. So that is one thing that I don't really understand, why they didn't just sew it down to the bottom, but that's a small niggle. So mini pochette with all those essential small items. Then I have my Louis Vuitton Rosalie coin purse. Just to say, this also does fit a full-size wallet. So here's my full-size purse. Let me just quickly show you that. And that fits in absolutely no problem as well. But I usually don't carry that. So it would be my compact wallet, my key holder, my phone, and my earphones. And then finally, if it's a sunny day, I will put on some sunnies, which I will be happy just to rest in this bag. This is a more bog standard pair of sunglasses. I wouldn't put my designer pair in without at least a cloth bag. But otherwise, I'm happy just to chuck this in the bag like that. And that is everything that I would carry typically in this bag. So you can see all those items fit in absolutely fine. There is no bulging at all to the bag. And it's got a good weight to it now, but if you wear this particularly as a shoulder bag, so just under the arm with the double chain, I don't find that this gets too heavy. It doesn't really dig in for me personally. One thing I would say is if you wear this with that chain pulled through, one, it does get a little bit heavy if you wore this as a crossbody or a longer shoulder bag, but also you may notice as you carry the bag like that and it pulls, it pinches the top of the flap because it's just pulling on this part of the chain here. And so I do think over time, if you wore it like that a lot, you would end up having a very pointy bag, which I probably would not like the look of quite as much. But in the end, I think if you prefer to wear it that way, then I personally would go for it. I just like to wear this as a shoulder bag because it is slightly larger. So it just fits on my body better that way. And when you have both chains up, you get less of that pinching effect. And finally, let me just show you that the phone, I think actually, I haven't checked this since I upgraded my phone, but I think it should fit. Yeah. So that also fits nicely into the back pocket. So when I last used this, I had a slightly smaller phone. I had the iPhone 7. So I used to frequently put my phone just in this back pocket because it's just easier to access and it still feels quite secure, particularly if you've got this bag against your body. I think it's secure enough to put your phone there. All right, so that is the end of this video. I hope you found that useful. I will try and link some options to this bag or some of the alternatives in the collection in the description bar. Please let me know if you've got any comments. Please give this a like if you like this kind of video. I am new to YouTube, and so Would love to just know if you're enjoying these videos, and I will continue to make more if you do. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.